Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush back at it with another video, another kind of blunder by the Epic Games Store. This one isn't as big as some of their more recent blunders, but I think anytime that something so minuscule happens like this, and we'll talk about it in a little bit, that Epic Games is going to be viewed under a little bit more of a microscope than if it happened to anyone else. If something similar to what happened with Hyper Light Drifter happened with, say, Steam, which the thing with Steam is I don't think an issue like that would actually come up because they've created a relatively competent service. But nonetheless, because Steam does have this track record of being a compelling service and being a service that does work really well, at least more often than not, let's be real, Steam has had their fair share of issues. On the other side of things, the Epic Games Store has had a lot of issues. They've done a lot of things that have been questionable by consumers, like stripping away games from being released on other platforms. So just inherently, they're going to be viewed under a little bit more of a microscope. And here's the latest instance of this. So Epic Games Store this week gave out a game called Hyper Light Drifter for free. If you've heard me talk about that game, you know I think incredibly highly about it. I think it's a fantastic game, has a great old school art style, reminds me of games like The Legend of Zelda on the Super Nintendo. I think the Super Nintendo one was A Link to the Past. Whatever the case may be, the game is really good. However, yesterday, Epic Games Store sends out a tweet saying, quote, "We've temporarily disabled cloud saves for Hyper Light Drifter while we investigate an issue causing the Epic Games Store launcher to crash. We are actively investigating and working on a fix." So you would think a fix would come out. Well, they sent out some subsequent tweets saying, "This will not impact any local saves of the game. We'll provide an update as soon as we have more information. Update, we expect to have a fix available that will allow us to re-enable cloud saves for Hyper Light Drifter tomorrow. We appreciate your patience and we'll provide another update when the fix is live." So great, a fix is coming. Well, just a little while ago, they sent out a tweet saying, "Update, due to additional technical limitations found while investigating this concern, we have determined that we are unable to support cloud saves for Hyper Light Drifter at this time. We apologize for the inconvenience." Then they rounded out by saying, "We'll also be deploying an update soon intended to prevent this crashing issue from impacting any future games with cloud saves." Let's hope that that sticks. However, this is another instance of them not getting such a minuscule element of a quality PC gaming service right. From shopping carts, from preloads, and now cloud saves not working? It is 2019. Cloud saves have been around for how long? I had cloud saves on my PlayStation 3 with PlayStation Plus. I'm sure cloud saves were available prior to then on PC. But why can't we get these little features down-packed on the Epic Games Store? Initially, you could make the argument, well, they're a new store, it's only been a couple of weeks, they've only been around for X amount of time, whatever the case may be. But not only have they been around for, 9 months at this point, but this is also a company that has an absurd amount of money right now. Fortnite FU money goes a long way. They have money that they can burn like no other, so how are you not creating a compelling service nearly a year into its creation? And mind you, that it's not like that they just randomly thought of, oh, hey, let's make an Epic Games Store, and then they launched it back in December. No, this is probably something that's been in the works for quite a while. Such small issues, mind you. Preloading a game isn't the end of the world, not necessarily, but you couple everything together, from not being able to preload a game, from not having a shopping cart, from not meeting deadlines, and now not supporting cloud saves for a game that you're offering for free. Again, all of these instances are going to have a microscope attached to them just because of the inherent disdain that a lot of PC gamers have towards Epic Games Store, and I've always tried to give EGS a fair shake. I know that we need a quality competitor to Steam, and I know as far as the PC gamers viewpoint is concerned, competitors are going to offer us the best service possible. I mean, look at some of the stuff that EGS is doing. They're offering us free games. That Epic Mega Sale was insane from a value standpoint. It's just not a lot of people are taking advantage of these because you are relegated to the Epic Games Store, and some people have that inherent disdain based on all of the exclusives they're acquiring and whatever the case may be. But you also see Steam making some improvements. I go back to the Lunar New Year sale where they were offering $5 off on any purchase that was $30. Steam would have never done something like that. I am sure that EGS did propel them forward, and you see other platforms making strides as well. Humble Store has been making waves. You've got all of these subscription services being rolled out at incredible values. All of this coming together, there are elements that are definitely good for PC gamers, but with the Epic Games Store, them throwing throwing around money to offer these free games, great, I'll take these free games, but why don't you actually invest into some of the elements that you really need to get down packed in creating the Epic Game Store and making it a quality platform? I know that Tim Sweeney in the past has said that they're gonna get by on the exclusive games and the game offerings. There are a million games to play on PC, not literally, but you get the idea. I'm sure you guys all have insane backlogs, and I'm hearing this notion more and more as I read my comment section, where the majority of you guys are like, okay, the game is Epic Game Store exclusive, but who really cares? Yes, I have to wait another 6 months or 8 months or a year, whatever the case may be, but am I gonna lose a wink of sleep if I don't play Control on day one, if I don't play Borderlands 3 on day one, Shenmue 3 on day one? It's not a big deal for that many people, even with a game like Borderlands 3, which I consider to be one of the biggest game releases of the year. There are so many of you guys that are like, okay, that kind of sucks, but there are like 8 million other games to play. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Let me know when the game is on Steam and you're gonna go on your merry way. And from an EGS standpoint, what is gonna end up paying dividends? Is it gonna be you actually creating a compelling service that is going to last for the long term, or is it going to be this short-term idea of throwing millions upon millions of dollars to these big publishers and developers to acquire all of these games? Whether it be smaller games, bigger games, whatever the case may be, just acquire as many games as you can. Because I think at this point, you've done all you can do from that standpoint. You've acquired games like Borderlands 3. The only other thing you could do is acquire a game like Red Dead Redemption 2 and make that an Epic Game Store exclusive, and I think people would absolutely lose their mind if that would happen. But nonetheless, RDR2 isn't even confirmed at PC at this point, so that conversation is kind of moot. But what I don't understand is they've got an obscene amount of money, a ridiculous amount of money. GOG has a quality service. Origin has a pretty good service at this point. Uplay's got a pretty good service. Epic Game Store, even a year later, even with all of this money, they can't get the most simple things right. They can't get a cloud save right. They can't get shopping carts right. They aren't meeting deadlines. But what they can do is they could go the easy route of, oh, hey, we have a ton of money. Let's just throw this money at big publishers and acquire these games as exclusives. At some point, that well is gonna dry up. I don't know how long the Fortnite money is gonna last. I imagine that it's gonna last for quite a while, and that's probably the most unfortunate thing about all of this, is that they have so much money that they can make a lot of stupid decisions. They don't have to invest in the right areas, where it's really not gonna be a big impact to them because they're gonna just make so much money off Fortnite. People are just spending so much money on Fortnite where they have an obscene amount of revenue from that game, and they can throw around that revenue however they see fit. And if they just want to keep acquiring exclusive after exclusive, maybe that's the shot in the arm, and that's the benefit that they want. But I think from a long-term standpoint, these games are going to eventually end up on other platforms, at least for a lot of them. I know with some games, I don't think Detroit Become Human and Heavy Rain and those titles are going to be on Steam, but for a lot of these titles, they are going to end up on Steam. Are you just going to throw more money at a lot of these games to make them Epic Game Store exclusives for life? Whatever the case may be, it's just unfortunate. I'm not even asking you for much. I'm not even asking you to stop acquiring exclusives. I'm just asking you for basic features, and in this case, they've messed up another incredibly basic feature that's been around for so long. That's gonna conclude this video, guys. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. I know for the majority of you guys, it's not like that this is gonna impact your day-to-day experience on the Epic Game Store. However, it's just an indictment of them getting more and more stuff wrong, and they need to get back on track because there is gonna be that microscope attached to them because so many people are displeased with them right now, and you just do more little F-ups like this, just more and more, not offering preloads, not having cloud saves. Just from a PR standpoint, this is really bad because this is all over Reddit right now. People are memeing on them on Twitter. Do you think that's a good image to have on social media, which is more powerful than ever? But nonetheless, let me know all of your guys' thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Hey, what's going on, guys? Mush here again. Hope you enjoyed the video. As you guys might know, YouTube's notification system is sometimes a little bit wonky, even if you're subscribed to the channel. Maybe you're not abundantly aware that I uploaded a video. To remedy that situation, make sure you hit the bell notification button. This way, whenever I upload a new video, and I try to upload as consistently as possible, you will be notified directly of the upload, and you can watch it as soon as it goes live. I would really appreciate if you guys hit that button so you can stay up to date with all of the content I'm posting. But as always, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.